Okay. God dang it. All right, listen to this. Just listen to this, please. Anglo-Saxon. Listen to this. This is what I was saying. I had myself muted. This is the stacking of all the issues against me until I self-sabotage because other people are just saying sabotage, screw you, F you, I hate you. And then it gets in the way of my work, it gets in the way of everything I focus on until I have to just lay down and close my eyes. So listen to this. This is everything I was just saying. To morning to have serious 15 minutes late to what's up, everybody? Sorry that I'm 15 minutes late to the live stream. I've been having to have serious talks, starting from early this morning, into later on in the day. I got into kind of like, a domestic dispute, kind of a heated argument with my mother. Long story short, she just is carrying around emotions and drama. I'm outside of it, and then she's trying to push me into it, kind of. In a way, she's been trying to get me into the emotions and drama just because presence in the same room. You see, it would be like if I'm having emotional issues and drama having to do with, I don't know, a girlfriend or with another family member, or if I had personal issues with like women or something, and like, or if I have something that truly against my mom, like if I hated, if I were like a racist or something, if I were racist against Anglo-Saxon people or something, I would constantly be pushing my presence against her. I'm not even sure I would be trying to work because I wouldn't. So, when you have like a preset judgment towards someone, and then your presence just automatically affects towards that person? Like you have to be hating in your brain. You're thinking about people you hate, or you don't even think about it. You're just feeling like you're part of a great community. Like, let's say I joined, let's say I was part of a community that was racist towards blacks and anyone brown skinned, anyone who had colored skin, and I'm just part of that community. And I hate on anyone who isn't fair skinned. Let's say that I was part of that community, without thinking about the surface looks of myself. Just imagine me being part of that type of community and hating on anyone who is not fair skinned, who isn't white, in other words. Um, Think of, I would automatically be detesting anyone who had uh, skin color that was different. I would automatically have judgment set towards them. I would probably want to stack up as much knowledge as I could against people like that. And then when they're around me, even if they walk past me, I just say, "Oh God," to myself. I don't say it to them if I don't know them, but I just say, "Oh God, these people," and I just have this attitude, or I feel frustrated that they're around. I could go into a venue where it's everyone's fair skinned, and then suddenly some guy walks in who's like local or something, and then just the discomfort, like I stop speaking. If the guy sits down, suddenly I just kind of feel like my presence needs to be against him. That's what I'm talking about. This place being a place where I could be working synergistically with my mom. If I were racist towards my mom, if I were sexist towards my mom, then, wow, now I just received a message from someone. Sorry, people are wondering. So I just got a message from a number who I don't know. It says, "Are you working?" 209-264-9364. Probably a burner number, and I don't know. Police officers, I just talked to a police officer recently. We squashed the beef or just some stupid situation that got too much. It just became too much, and it was resolved. Nothing new. And I don't know. It's just I gave my number to the guy, and then I don't know. Maybe my number got around somehow. I'm not saying it's his fault, but it's just one of those coincidence kinds of things, right? So I know what's going on. People don't understand my schedule. If they go back a few weeks from now,
Okay, so this is going to be this next part that I start to talk about my schedule. So if you go back a few weeks from now and then you watch some of my videos, you're going to notice that my live streams are on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays most of the time. And then later on in the day on Wednesday and Thursday, that's usually when I begin my live streaming. Right now, I'm supposed to be casual gaming according to my schedule. But because of all these setbacks, because of my mom rolling into the room like with a paranoid presence, like, what is he doing? If he isn't live streaming, what is he doing? People, probably the community, the group think saying, well, he's not live streaming, so it's got to be something. He's doing something else up there. He's doing something on the computer. He's doing something he shouldn't be. He's sleeping, watching TV. What is he doing? What is he doing? I was video editing. Literally, it takes a long time. It takes like 2 hours to make a pretty decent 2-minute short video for YouTube. So that's what I was working on. And if it weren't for all these freaking distractions and the distracting energy, well, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you working on? I would have gotten it done before lunchtime. So that isn't my fault. So I mean, I have the editor sitting right here on my screen, right in front of me. I have the editor screen up. I have all of the different videos and images that I'm using in the video on the playlist. I have all the filters set to all these different videos so I can move them around and do all these different things. And, you know, I make it perfect. I make sure that there's no, you know, like weird issue where you can see past the video, like so on and so forth, or there's like a weird transparency issue, or it's the wrong image or something like that. I'm making sure everything is good, and I'm video editing. So no one else gets to judge my schedule. It is my work schedule. I work every day. And even my mom gets upset that I work every day. So she's half for me and half not for me in this sense, where she probably feels like, well, if I'm tired of you being here, especially if you're not actually working. I feel like you're lying to me that you aren't working because apparently you're not live streaming. Apparently there's no live stream coming from your channel. I just get this feeling that the people who know that I've been live streaming, that they think that I'm lying about working today or something. When I literally am working today. I started early this morning video editing, and I mean, I already have a 15-second video. Of course, you know, I have to know what content that I want to work with. Sometimes I have to brainstorm real fast. I'm not working with a bunch of people. I'm not brainstorming with my mom. I'm just literally here working on these things myself. So, you know, it's just the community around here. Some of the community, I'm going to blame some part of the community here for trying to get a rise out of me and trying to turn things into drama when it's time to be rational. It's time to use coffee to think and work. But they're too busy kind of creating agendas towards me, at me, like trying to war with me or something, and using my mom as like a pawn for it. I'm talking about the church community, the Lanihuli church community. Okay, I'm just being straight up honest here, that more issues have been happening between me and my mom, presence-wise, like the unstated like, yeah, it's hard to explain. Like, if you have someone just like sitting next to you or standing next to you, and they're kind of, it's annoying. Like, you want your space, you want more space. That's kind of what's been going on. Like, my mom's been kind of requesting more space without saying. She's just being a certain way. It's an attitude. And this attitude has increased threefold, fivefold since I decided to attend that Lonnie Hooley church this past Sunday. Since attending the church this past Sunday, the arguments have gotten wilder for some reason. And I think it's because of the attachments, the heart attachments. The church gets to your heart. And if it's a small community church, they set the rules. They say, what is it that we like? What is it that we don't like? What do we prioritize? The pastor's in control, and then the whichever members of the church who want to have control as well, they talk to the pastor. Obviously, I'm not talking to the pastor about controlling things. I'm not talking about to any of the members of the church who want to control anything. I'm not trying to control anything. I'm trying to protect my boundaries here in my mom's room and to protect my mom's boundaries as well. Because my mom is at that age where she needs protection. But then that community would say, what does she need protection from? The only person she needs protection from is you, Kao, because apparently you get mad and da 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 da. Well, they only get half the picture, but they don't even care about getting the whole picture, because anything that serves their agenda to get me out, anything that does that, that's what they're for. They have biases against me. They don't understand me. They don't have positive wishes for me. They're not saying, hey, he's working, good for him. Wow, Cheryl, your son is so talented. Nothing like that. Nothing. I show talent. I show skill. I show good timing. They don't care. They'd rather say, he doesn't have that, and they'd feed into that. Get in his way. Hey, Cheryl, yeah, where's your son? What is he working on? Okay, I don't need the nose getting in my way. And then my mother feels hurt because I'm saying, excuse me, I'm working, I need boundaries. Okay, well, what are you doing when I'm not there then? I don't see your live stream. And there's a paranoia formed. It's drama, it's emotion, it's people who are willingly regressing against someone who, I don't know, they don't like me. They don't believe the things that I say. I don't know what it is. But I get the feeling that if I looked a little bit more like them, that they'd understand, that they'd suddenly feel better about me, that they'd be cool with me. But for some reason, they don't want to trust. And I have time logs. I mean, I logged in this morning to work, 8 o'clock, technically 8:03, because I had to use the bathroom, shower, get dressed. My mom went outside to smoke because I told her, hey, Mom, I'm going to shower. And she said, okay, well, I'm going to go outside to smoke then. And that was before 8 o'clock. So 8:03 is the actual time. But because it's the first of the year, because it's January 1st, not the first of the year, the first day of the year. The first of the year is a Skrillex song that has a creepy element to it, where if I didn't care to correct what I'm saying, people would say, oh, I know what that is. I know what he's referring to. No, nothing to do with that. That's just more agenda in the unconscious area that I have to keep, squashing that agenda. So anyways, it's the 1st of January, and it's supposed to be a holiday. So if I just decided I'm not working this entire day, then would I have been getting worse treatment? I have to wonder that. Or is it because I'm saying that I'll work and then I'm sitting at the computer and they're not seeing any results? They're not seeing the live stream. They're not seeing videos being outputted. Even though I just made a video this morning, I did just make a video. Called Woman Denied, Laura Anderson Got Stuck. January 1st, 2026. And I have the time when that short was created. 9 o'clock was when that video came out, because I started working on that video instantly after 8 o'clock. So it took about an hour to finally put together and upload that 15-second YouTube short. So if you can imagine a 2-minute video, it's going to take some time with that. The reason being that there's some brainstorm time involved with video creation. And if it can't just be an assembly line of videos, if there isn't a solid concept yet made to be easily placed into machine mode, produce it, produce the video, keep making the videos, make the next video, same exact thing, and you can just basically copy paste your own work. If there isn't that yet, it takes more time. And if you're a wise YouTuber, you keep things interesting instead of just constantly doing the same thing over and over and over again. You make things interesting in some way, you improve in some way. It all takes time. So to all you paranoid thinkers who are obsessed with me, who are attached to my mom, and my mom doesn't even think about me that way, but suddenly just bandwagons with all these people who are attached to my mom. They attach to her, and then she has to deal with all that thinking too. Okay, that's what I'm up against right now. That's what I'm saying needs to simmer down and let the normal schedule be the normal schedule. It's the freaking 1st of January. It's the first day of 2026. And this crap is already happening. This is what happens on the 1st of 2026. The agenda here is my agenda is good. The agenda from the community that is kind of out to get me, not all of them. There are a lot of really nice people in the community. There are people that I don't talk to and I don't really see in the community, but when I pass by them, they're cool. They aren't out to get me. I'm not out to get them either. But there are people in this community who kind of have that mentality of out to get me. I mean, do I have to say names? Fire captain of my mom's floor, who also attends the church, who has also said some indirect comments to me with the little dog. Like, are you sure? Do you know who you're talking to? Are you talking to your dog or are you talking to me? Oh, good dog, good little dog. Are you sure that attitude is godlike? Okay, if that kind of thing doesn't give you a clue as to how that infests the rest of the community that would flip to being that way, if that doesn't give you a clue, then I don't know how to help you see the big picture for what it is. Anyways, I'm supposed to be playing a game. What I want to do before jumping into the game, Dinkum, I want to finish up with the video. The deadline, I mean, there's no deadline technically, as long as I'm working, but I also don't want to be lazy. And if there's no output, then I can understand. If there's no output ever, no live stream, no video once per day or something, if there's at least one video per day, I should be fine. But if suddenly production stops, then it can be first assumed that I'm working on something really quality. But if that isn't what's happening, then I understand the paranoia. What's going on? Where is he? What is he doing? And I appreciate the following, but I don't appreciate the obsession. The obsessiveness about me. What are you obsessed about? That I'm different or something? Anyways, I have to finish up this video. Greston, face calm, documents in hand. Everything. So you can hear that I'm narrating something in this video, and you'll see the final product soon. So I'm going to probably rename this current live video because it doesn't actually really have to do with Dinkum. So So I'm renaming the video to Live Hijacked My Own Schedule to Explain a Problem. And I kind of don't even want to have the live thing on it, but I am discussing this live. So now I have to take it off of Steam Games, live gaming, live streaming. So it isn't live gaming, it isn't live streaming, it isn't Steam Games, it isn't a game demo, it's just live streaming. And it isn't altered content. It's English. Recording date, the first, Lonnie Woolley Apartments. It isn't about gaming. This is people and blogs. And I'm going to change the thumbnail. Well, after. It'll auto-generate a few thumbnails. All right, cool. So I just changed the video. And also, I recently got a bunch of subscribers. So I'm thankful for that. You know, I mean, the people who are checking my page, obsessed with whether or not I'm working, you don't have the metrics. It could be people from the state who are wondering if I am, if I falsified, you know, information. If I said, yeah, I'm self-employed, and then I'm just saying that, you know, in order to get benefits from the state or something like that. I understand that you guys deal with a lot of scammers. But you guys also, I guess, don't know how to research, because if you know how to research, you would be looking into my videos. You would actually be finding out where my content is. You would probably ask me for my schedule instead of sitting and waiting for it to be delivered to you. You could do a little investigation yourself. I mean, if that's the work, or if you're not allowed to do that because of rules or something. You're not allowed to, like, you know, stock customers or stock clients or whatever. I mean, then I guess you can't do that. And so I understand that, but then you should probably keep your judgments to yourself about whether or not someone is telling the truth or lying. And you should wait for the time of judgment. And when the time of judgment comes around, I am definitely going to have all my schedules to provide, and yeah, all the paranoia should be instantly, like, whoever's paranoid, it'll feel like boom, out. That'll be it. It'll feel like a fresh page. All right, anyways, thank you to anyone who listened at all to this, and thank you to all of you who watched